let's start. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Cool. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this webinar on technology and digitalization for a customer-centric strategy. It's a webinar that takes place in the framework of a project that's called Tourban that most of you already know. For those of you who don't know the project, I will put a link to the website in the chat in a minute from now, and you can check out everything you need to know about the project on the website, and you can also join our international community that's called TourBIZZ that I'll also put the link on the chat, and you can enter there. Create your profile and interact with tourism stakeholders, companies from all over Europe. My name is Leonie. I'm from the Barcelona Chamber of Commerce. I'm coordinating this project called Tourban, and I'm very happy to have with me here today Enric López from CETT here in Barcelona, and his colleagues. He will present them right in a moment from now, who will tell us everything they know, and they're quite experts in this topic of digitization and technology for a customer-centric strategy. And without any further delay, I'll like to pass on the word directly to Enric, who will give us a short introduction on the webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Good morning to everyone who is attending from various points in Europe to this webinar, Technology and Digitalization for a Customer-Centric Strategy in the Travel and Tourism Sector. Thanks, Leonie, for the introduction. And also, Leonie, thanks again for trusting CETT-UB to cover this Technology and Digitalization group within the Tourban Project, a project co-founded by the COSME program of the European Union with the leadership of the Barcelona Chamber of Commerce, among other European partners that form this initiative. Congratulations to all partners for this important project. It is of great use for the small and medium-sized enterprises of the travel and tourism sector in Europe. This Technology and Digitalization group was born just a year ago and has been influenced by the perspective of a post-COVID new era. We believe that COVID has been the catalyst for these two fields in our travel and tourism industry, helping us strengthen the customer-centric strategy. During this month, in this group, we have shared content, experiences, and examples of various issues related to technology and digitalization in our sector and its most important trends. For example, e-commerce, robots, metaverse, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, mobile commerce, direct sales, innovation, digital transformation, Internet of Things, immersive rooms, etc. And we have always seen it through real examples linked to companies in our sector, which have given us a real perspective that our customer should be the center of our company strategy with the help of technology and digitalization. This webinar is based on a conversation between three professionals who have great experience in the fields, and in addition, from three different but complementary approaches: an urban hotel, a consultancy, and a university. Without a doubt, an approach and structures that we think should help us even more to understand how technology and digitalization can be very useful to design and implement the customer-centric strategy in our organizations. This webinar will be focused on how technology and digitalization helps small and medium-sized enterprises in the travel and tourism sector to adopt a customer-centric approach and makes them more competitive. and has as main objective, among others, the following. Know what the first steps are and the key elements for the organization to implement the customer-centric strategy, determine what are the benefits for the organization of this type of strategy, know what technologies and digital tools are key to implement and control this type of customer-centric approach. To achieve this objective, we have a panel of first-level experts. Allow me to introduce them. Toni Mascaró, CEO and founder from eMascaró Consulting, and Alfonso Pérez, Corporate Director of Marketing and Sales from Only You Hotels. To moderate this conversation, we have our colleague from CETT-UB, Joan Ramon Blaya, Digitalization and Innovation Program Director. Thank you to the three for participating in this webinar, which will be greatly useful for all the organizations participating in the Tourban project. Of course, we also hope that there will be questions for Toni Mascaró, Alfonso Pérez, and Joan Ramon Blaya. To start the webinar, please let me ask our colleague, Joan Ramon Blaya, about how his institution considers technology, digitalization, and innovation in its training and research, and its connection with the travel and tourism sector. Thank you. Joan Ramon, whenever you want, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Enric. I hope you can hear me. Everybody can hear me well. And now I will share my screen for a second. Okay. I hope you can see my presentation now. Okay. So as I said, hi everyone. My name is Joan Ramon Blaya. I'm the director of the Innovation and Digitalization programs. I'm really happy to be here today, and I thank you all for sharing your time with us today, especially to Toni and to Alfonso. Right? CETT is nowadays a leading higher education school in tourism, hospitality, and gastronomy in Catalonia, and we have become a hub that connects people and links academia with businesses and public administration sectors. As you can see in these pictures, you can see on the left, we have our school, some of our main assets, which are our school. In the middle, you can see our hotel, and on the right side, you can see our students' residence, right? By level of education, I would say that we cover all levels of education, right? From lifelong learning programs, vocational training, bachelor's degrees, and masters and postgraduates, okay? By academic areas, you may know, of course, as I said before, tourism, hospitality, and gastronomy. At CETT, we have more than 2,400 students, 460 professors. We are very productive, as you can see, in terms of research as well. And in the labor market, we are in direct contact with lots of companies. And so we provide our students with more than 1,300 job offers and 2,000 internships. We also work to promote innovation and research in this digitalization and technology. We also promote knowledge and innovation to create new products and services in this THG sector. We connect technology providers with entrepreneurs. We also perform the function of accelerator, connecting with private equity. And finally, we offer our facilities for R&D. I will be really happy to share some of my thoughts about the questions that Enric mentioned before later on. But now I think I would like Toni. I would ask Toni to continue with this presentation, and if I would ask Toni to explain us a little bit more about eMascaró.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and I'm very happy to be here and to share with our colleagues the market with our knowledge. I will share my screen. One moment. Here, one moment. Presentation. Share screen. Okay. Are you seeing my screen? Okay, perfect. I will. Okay, first of all, thank you very much again. Our company, it's working in the last 20 years. 20 years a lot. I am the founder. We created eMascaró to help companies, mostly in the tourist sector, leisure sector, help in the process to digitalization and to convert the digital channel in the channel for sales and for branding. And in these 20 years, we work with all the sector in general, like hotels, golf courses, campings, resorts. We work with all the brands, or the most important brands here in Spain. One of them is Only You too. And imagine how many experience we took in the last years working with all of these clients. Okay, for this reason, I think that we are here trying to share our experience. The most important thing is not too much. I don't want to speak too much today, but it's about our perspective. It's how the leisure is the next step for tourism. How destination is so important to involve everything of location, accommodation, culture, experience, sports, wellness, gastronomy, shopping, mice, and communities to create the new generation of tourists. And our perspective is how we are helping and how the tourist sector needs to reach the digital transformation challenge. For us, it's so super important. I think that today we talk about this, and how important is not only think about how the client is in the center, also is how the technology and the strategy help all the areas to transform the organization. Okay, and another important thing is our perspective of the customer experience process. I think that we can talk later about this slide, but more or less is my presentation of our company. If you have any question, Joan, we can start with this slide.
Okay, thank you very much, Toni. And now, before that, I would like I would like Alfonso to tell us a bit more about Only You hotels. So please, Alfonso, do you have information?
Hello, good morning
Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to share my presentation also. Hello, Toni, and to everyone, and thank you for the invitation to Only You hotels. I would like to begin explaining about Only You hotels. Just we are part of Palladium Hotel Group. It's the urban brand of Palladium. A little bit of story about Palladium Hotel Group. More than 50 years after opening our first hotels, you can see the father and the son, and we are focused on a digital transformation last years, and this is what I would like to explain today. Because I would like to explain you that I am the sales and director and marketing from Only You Hotels, which is one of our brands. But the digital transformation is the most important, and I am a believer of the transformation, like the mindset of the teams, the culture of the company, and digitalization. It's the tools that you are the tools or the technology that you are using for transform your company. As you can see, this is a picture with all the brands that we are using. I am just representing Only You hotels. With we are in Madrid, Sevilla, Valencia, and a few years in Venice, New York, and other cities. Well, why customer-centric culture, and why I'm here? because as you can see in our logo and our name, U with capital letter it represents the client and the guest, and is the most important for us. It's just in the middle of our logo, and we was born on 2013, and we was born with the purpose of bringing locals and travelers to the same table, focus on the client, trying to hear and to give solutions that which is the client are looking for, and trying to give them added value. Our brand essence, we have 5 points. It's our promise. We have premium location, stylish interior design, a personalized service with young expectations, the common areas like the heart of the hotel, and our team. I mean the team, like the mindset of the team, the attitude of the team, and this is the most important that we can offer to the guests. This is a small resume that we can offer, and why we are focused on a customer-centric culture in an inbound marketing strategy. Thank you, Ramon.
Okay, thank you very much, Alfonso, and also thank you very much, Toni. So now I would like to make you some questions, and if you need to go back to your presentation, just feel free to do that. Okay, just share your screen, and that's it. I would like to start maybe with you, Alfonso, that you were talking about this approach you have at Only You Hotels when talking about customer centricity. So Alfonso, for you, what are the main benefits of this approach that you have to customer centricity? Understanding this customer centricity a little bit as the ability of people in an organization to understand these customer situations, perceptions, and also expectations. So which are the main benefits of this approach that you have to this customer centricity?
Well, in my opinion, for example, we are four-star hotels located in the most important cities in Spain, and we are selling at the same price of the best 5 stars of the city, being a 4 stars. For us, the most important are not the product, is the experience and the emotions that we are offering to our guests. So for sure, one of the benefits are the profit. How are you getting this profit when you are offering added value to the client? You are increasing your average daily rate and also your ancillary revenues. We are making a lot of things like a flower shop, a bakery shop. We have a lot of ancillary revenues, and the service that we offer and the experience that we offer are personalized, and they are ready to pay more for the room, you know, because you are focused on the experience. Also, for us, important the awareness in the funnel, the awareness, the top of the funnel. You are pushing your awareness, and for our brand, it's really important. And we are making a community, a lifestyle community. That this is the most important for us. All that we do, it's with a purpose, and you know, when you have a community, this is the best, the inbound marketing strategy, and this is the best that you can do. And the last one, I would like to explain you that intermediation, you have more direct sales that it's not necessary intermediation, because we have more than 50% of direct sales, because the client can choose directly with us if they want to speak with us, and to know exactly which is the purpose in every service. And at last, the best online reputation that you can compare with your competitive set. As I told you, we have best reputation that other 5 stars be more expensive than them. This is a small resume that the benefits that I think we can offer with a customer-centric strategy.
Okay, thank you very much, Alfonso. Toni, so what are these main benefits for eMascaró's approach to this customer centricity? Which are the main benefits that you have in eMascaró?
Well, I like Alfonso said, I totally agree with all the benefits that Alfonso is totally an expert in this area. But I think that now is not about only the benefits, it's about that it's not an option. This is a must, an obligation for any business, any hotel, any restaurant, any golf course, any company that want to be competitive in this market. And for this reason, I want to share one screen that represents more or less what is our perspective of the customer centricity is about customer experience. It's my part of my job that help clients to interact with the different stages of the client. And for me, it's very important to show this slide because show more or less what is the 4 layers that we have to consider in our customer experience strategy. It's about, first of all, is the storytelling. It's about our brand. Like Only You is one of the best in Spain now doing this. It's about storytelling, copies, pictures, messages, contents, videos, photos, the brand strategy, finally, storytelling. The second layer is the touching points. What is the touching point that you have with your client in the different stages in the leisure experience, like exploration, before the visiting the destination, during and post. And these touching points could be on and off. Then now a lot of people say omni-channel or say physical and digital. It's about how we mix on and off. Okay. Third layer is how the different technologies, there are a lot. CMS, ERP, PMS, CRS, a lot of technologies that one needs to be connected with the touching points. Imagine a digital screen that needs some information, no? Or an app or a newsletter or the website. They need to interact with the different technologies. And the third layer is how we analyze and all the data, not only to analyze, also to improve in real time the interaction with the user. For me, this is the more easy slide, but I will share with the people these slides. But I think that it's so important to understand what is the perspective, and all of this interaction must to be connected with the different targets, not only one. One hotel could be maybe 3, 4 different segments, or we will take later about this. I try to respond in more scientific way that not only the, okay.
No, it's perfect, Toni. Thank you very much. Yeah, I get the idea. So what I see here is that for you in your value proposition, I mean, for your company and for Only You hotels. So this perspective, this customer-centric perspective is a must. You said so. So it's a must. And so you also said that. And I can see a pattern there talking about strategy, branding. It's a branding strategy as well. A branding strategy, and also helps with direct sales, as Alfonso said before, which I think it's very, very, very interesting. So let's continue now with you, Toni. Right? So you said there's like a long path that you showed us, but for you, in your opinion, which are the main steps in the implementation of customer centricity, but in the organizations you work for? I mean, for your clients, which are the main steps that they should follow, or that you ask them or advise them to follow?
Okay, thank you for the question. There are a lot of methodology behind, but I will try to show the basic things for me. First of all, you have a lot of examples how brands like Airbnb, for example, they transfer the branding to the different touching points of, for example, despegar.com, the same. It's not only about branding, because branding is like a logo. People think that it's not a logo. No, it's more than this. It's a branding strategy that the clients in all the windows that you interact with the user, could be a lab, a tablet, a mobile, including metaverse could be in the future, okay? How you interact in the different windows with the user, but you need to understand what is your user, because that is so important, the segmentation. You have to know what is your target, what is the needs that you have to target, and you need to adapt the visual part, the contents, the interaction, and also the technology that transfer to sales, the booking engine and the conversion technologies to adapt to each channel or to each target. Because there are a lot of methodology, but one of the most interesting for me is the empathy map. It's a methodology to understand what is your target. And for me, it's so important to, okay, what is my target? Could be a couple, could be a family, could be, I don't know, what you want. But finally, you need to work with the different targets in a workshop, or maybe with your knowledge, and to transfer to your target. What is your target? And when you understand what is your target, you can develop later what will be your customer centricity strategy and your customer experience. For me, it's so important how you understand, first of all, what is your target, and later on, what is the strategy that starts by the beginning with branding, storytelling, and later on is declining to the different windows that you are interacting. And think about also about the offline connection with your user, the team that is in the front desk in the hotel, the restaurant, the chef, the waiter, and it's everything connected. I am speaking only about the digital part or the graphical part. Okay, I think that is more or less a short answer.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toni. Now, Alfonso, your turn. So, which are the first or even the main steps in the implementation of the customer centricity, this time in your organization? I mean,
well, first of all, I want to congratulate Toni, because I can see when we didn't speak before, and we are going to explain more or less the same. Then good slides, nice slides. Congratulations, Toni, and good explanation. I'm going to try to inspire the audience with our experience. So let me to show how are we working, but more or less is the same that Toni told us. In our case, the most important is to know. Toni was saying the target for us is our audience, to listen our audience, and which are the pillars that we are working. In our case, we are working with music, culture, gastro, and fashion, and all the things that we are doing is because we know that our client, our guest, wants to know about this, about experiential emotions, are focused on that. After that, we are studying like the buyer persona, but the buyer person, but like a social and demographic profile. And on the other side, we are looking with the archetype, which we know which are the expectations. When you know the expectations of our client, we can get more satisfaction. Which are the moments of the truth, the pains moments, and the NPS for us is really, really important. Then we draw the archetype. We have 3 archetypes in our hotel, and we are training through a platform of learning and transformation in our company to all the members of our team, trying to change the mindset and the service that we are going to offer them. And this is a picture of the team, and this is not the best example, but how are we using the business model Canva? When we are creating a new proposal of business to our guests, for me, it's really interesting to work with business model Canva to know exactly which are all the points and all the technology and all the stakeholders that we are going to need before to launch this product or service. And at the end, similar at Toni, we are working. One of the most important tools is to work with a customer journey map. It's not exactly this. This is a resume. After this presentation, I will show you the real that we are working on and how you design all the step, phases, and touch points, and which are all the points that I showed you before with the archetype. And that's all. This is the first steps that we are using every time that we are sending any mobile. Listen to the client always to know exactly which is the level of satisfaction of every touch point, and working hard to try to growth in this satisfaction.
Okay, thank you very much. So what I see is that main steps are like, as Toni said before, like targeting the audience and knowing which are the needs of the clients. Then you said you were talking about both about bringing inspiration to the client, and by bringing this inspiration and fulfilling their needs, then giving them satisfaction. That's another keyword that you both used. So thank you very much for this insight. And now let's talk a little bit about technology and digitalization and how these can help organizations to be customer-centric. So, I mean, what's the paper of technology? I think some of you underlined that, but let's talk a little bit. Let's have a deeper insight about technology and digitalization in helping organizations to becoming customer-centric. I mean, Toni, for example, if you have.
Thank you very much. Well, one moment, because I want to share all of my screen. Okay. There are two ways to understand this. One on the perspective of the companies that needs to create the strategy. And second, when you are developing, you are online doing this. I will start with the first technology that you can use to create a strategy, because I think it's the first step for me, always important. First of all, when you are defining there are 3 tools. For me, it's very interesting, but one of the most important now is Miro. Okay, I'm talking about tools. No, Miro is a collaborative tool that you saw before with Alfonso doing the post-its and workshops with the team. You can use this tool. I will share an example of how we work. One moment, I will share the screen. One moment. I want to show. Always, I love to show examples about what I do. Okay. One moment. Zoom, share. Okay. Miro. Only one moment. Miro Safari. One moment. Canva. I don't know why I cannot share all of my screen now, but now you will see. Safari. Okay. Looking one moment. Okay, Miro. This tool is a tool that we can invite all of the team involved in the project. And like you see here, we are working with a client with the empathy map, like you are looking here. This is the methodology. Here you can and you can work with a team with different targets of the project, like you are seeing now. And you can move. And if you imagine that we are working together, all the people is seeing the same screen with the different empathy maps that you are looking for now. Okay, you understand me? This is more or less one tool that for me is so interesting. The second tool that for me is interesting is Figma. Figma is online. It's a design tool that you can create different designs in collaborative mode with a different client. But this is the point so important, is how we are working in the atomic design methodology. It's a system that you can design the different products with this methodology, like you are seeing here, with ions, atoms, molecules, organisms, complex organisms, and specific products. Maybe it's a PowerPoint, maybe it's a digital screen, maybe it's a website, an application. And this is the more or less very basic how we work. First of all, how in the strategy we create the targets, and we with the workshop everybody working with the digital process. Here you have million of templates that you can have here for example, if you did storytelling, you have a lot of templates to work with all the team. Secondly, you have the methodology of atomic design that you can create the different products and adapt the design. And third of all, Figma is the final tool to design each product that you are using to connect with your targets. This is the first answer for your question, is how we develop or how we create the digital project before to develop or to put online and to put in real time.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toni, for this insight. You shared a lot of information now of your processes and so on. So thank you very much for being that kind. Now, Alfonso, let's talk a little bit about how does technology help your company in this customer centricity thing?
Well, we have not the expertise of Toni, and he's our partner, and he's the key person I can imagine just to put all the technology. But I would like to show you, this is our real customer journey, how we work the customer journey, how we work every touch point. And here you can see in the third line, well, in the first line are the phases, the steps, the touch points, and the level. This mountains is the level of every touch point of satisfaction. But for me, trying to think that the most important is design to create the experience. The design every touch point. Every employee has to know exactly how to act in every touch point. So not like a machine. So everyone has a different personality, but we need to design every touch point for our archetype. After that, for instance, you have in the pre-state, you have the funnel of sales, which are the technology that you are going to use for awareness, which are the technology that we are used for the moment of that they are going to buy, and which are the technology that you are going to make the check-in online, which are the technology that that you are going to use to make the reservations. For instance, we have a chatbot in our website, which is Higify. I would like to show you some examples of technology. We are working with a lot of startups, but we are not experts of technology. We're experts of hotels and service and create products. The experts of technology are people like Toni Mascaró. I put 3 examples. We are working with Higify, which is a chatbot training with artificial intelligence, and this is the best chatbot that we know to give a quick answer to the client for a basic question. If we want to give more service, we love, like a luxury hotel, we love to speak with one of our people of the team, speaking with our client, but sometimes they need something quick. Flex My Room, it's a startup focused on insurance, just to give added value for cancellations, and they are giving added value to the hotel and also to the client. And Hotel Break, it's a staycation. It's a startup who was born just to give other options to the client who is not sleeping and just spending the day with different experiences. And after that, we are focused working with a lot of startups in our hotel, trying to get solutions for our touch points. For me, the most important is to draw exactly your customer journey, which are the touch points, and which solutions are in the market, or which solutions are you going to create, just to give added value to your client, because you will get the benefits that I told you before. And that's all. Last slide, just to show you I say many times about awareness. For us, it's really important, the social media strategy, like the most important strategy of awareness, and this is what are the results that we are getting in Celerium Hotel Group. And that's all. I don't know if anyone has other question, or if it's clear, my explanation. And
yes. Sure, Alfonso. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I have another really quick question, and that's concerning profiles. I mean, finding people that combine, that can help you in these processes that you have, because there's a lot of technology involved in your, let's say, in your management strategies and so on. So my question is, it's for you both. Is it easy for you to find profiles that combine this technology knowledge with the tourism sector knowledge? I mean, to be a little bit of a hybrid profile, is it really easy for you to find these hybrid profiles or not? And do you find them, let's say, important in the sector?
Yes, good question, because we are suffering in tourism to get good profiles. For us, as a hotel, as a customer-centric strategy, we are focused on the attitude. And for me, the most important is not the growth mindset. It's important people with growth mindset, people who wants to grow, who wants to learn, who wants to offer, and people who has a purpose in life and try to help others. Because other things we can learn together. Everything is changing very fast, and no one knows exactly about the whole technology, and we don't know exactly what is going to happen in the future. But the attitude and the growth mindset, what I cannot accept in my team is the fixed mindset. People who says that we are doing this like last 30 years and that's it's going well like this. This is, for me, is unacceptable. The most important is the attitude and the growth mindset, and passion and the compromise of everyone to grow with the team. And the most important is the team. It's not everyone, it's the team.
Thank you very much.
I totally agree with Alfonso, but two perspectives. The perspective of the talent that I need to acquire or to work with our company, that is super complex to find talent, mixing technology, strategy, and resilience. So important, this last word. But it's one challenge that we have. But the second challenge is that when we are talking about customer centricity, customer experience, there are one way to see the thing is like how you communicate with your target in the basic rules and attention, how you speak with the client, how the waiter, the digital, the online website, the chat, everything needs to be in the same storytelling line. The problem that we have now is more than this, is that because we are creating targets more complex than the basic tourists that want to be in the beach and gastronomy in the beach in Barcelona or in Lloret, okay? The client, it's more targeted, for example, gay target, couples, blah, 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 okay? And you need that the talent that is working in the hotel must be a chef with a tattoo that speak English and French, you know? And the waiter, and you need more complex, not complex, more targeted to employees.
Yeah.
If you want to work with a targeted client, you need a targeted employee. Yeah. If not, imagine you need a robot, or yes, maybe, and it is impossible. And because that is very difficult, because if it's complex now to find the basic employee with this mentality. But if you are putting more complex in the target segmentation and target, like a super cool waiter, is more complex than this. Yeah. And because that, when you are creating more complex strategy, you need more complex employee and more complex talent in my company, and the company that created the strategy with Alfonso.
I completely agree. Thank you very much, Toni, for your insight. I think we are running out of time. So thank you very much, Alfonso and Toni. It has been a real pleasure, and it has been really interesting and inspiring having your insights when talking about the role of this technology and digitalization for this customer-centric strategy. I think now it's time for maybe some questions for you. I think Enric will take the lead from now on.
Yes, I think there are one question from a European project, please.
Yes, that's actually me, Leonie, from the Barcelona Chamber. So I was wondering, because we had this very good practical examples from a hotel. I know that we have quite some attendants also that come from travel agencies that do tours, etc. So can you maybe differentiate a bit how this strategy also applies for them? I feel like it's kind of a strategy that fits to any kind of business, but since we heard it more from the perspective of a hotel, maybe can you even present an example of a client that you have worked with that has a different profile, more like closer to a travel agency maybe, or another
Sure.
actor within the tourism industry. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Well, I will show you now an example. One moment. Share screen. One moment. I will try. Okay. For example, you have here a museum. This is the Wax Museum Barcelona. It more or less always the methodology is the same. How you are using the same methodology, but with a different target or different product. This is a museum. They have the same challenge, that is the exploration, decision, pre, during, and post. It's the same process more or less. And how the client, the user, you need to adapt the branding to the different the pictures, the photos, the contents, everything. Another example, it could be a golf course, like in PGA Catalonia. This is a golf course with golf, wellness, hotels, real estate, and the same exactly, the typography, the logo, the copies. And okay, I am speaking about, I'm showing the digital channel. You can, if you want, one day you visit the place, you will see how all the channels and all the targets, they are having the same experience that in the website. This is another example. Could be a cinema, that the same thing is how you are selling. You can buy the different films, but you have inside the cinema the same experience, also including the popcorn box. They are using the same brand, the same copies, and the same strategy. But all of them, more or less, they have the same methodology and the same process. Explore, decision, pre, during, and post. Okay, and you need to apply the customer experience strategy with the different measures, the different creativity, and also more or less the technology is the same. It's a content manager, a CRM, a software to the chatbot, the newsletter, the digital signage screens, the application for the cinema. Everything more or less is the same. I don't know if you. I think it's a right answer for you.
I would like also just I'm agree absolutely with Toni, but I would like to explain also. Just tomorrow I'm attending to the Congress of Travel Agent in Spain, and I would like just to give the difference, because if you are focused on a commodity, or you need technology and digitalization just for transactions, then you're growing. It's about transactions, and you need good price, technology, and a lot of volume. If you are focused on a different experience and in a tailor-made experience, or focus on meetings and events or other areas, you need to work with a customer experience, with a customer-centric culture. Then it depending of the purpose of your company and the added value that you want to offer.
Okay, thank you. Leonie, I think there is one question more. It's possible?
Yes, there is a question from Simone
Thank
Schleifer.
you.
Actually, I activated your microphone. So Simone, if you want to take the floor and just raise your question directly, then you're welcome to do that. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. So thanks, first of all, for the nice presentation. It's really interesting to hear the concepts regarding the technology and the ideas. I wanted to know, in my case, we are managers of properties, of tourist apartments, houses. So we offer, for example, experiences and share them on an online platform. But I was interested as well. I don't know if this is some area you are also covering, like in some technology tools covering like the usability of the guests who are arriving. So I don't know, to introduce technology in the daily procedures and processes in a hotel. So we all know the existing processes, like instead of a key, there are cards and all these things coming up in the last lot of years. But I was interested in knowing if there are more tools or technologies in development, like in the daily business of customers coming to apartments, and handling this part of the business. I don't know if my question was clear enough, or if it's possible for you to give an answer. If it was clear.
Yeah. I understand. I think in general, in the real estate, apartments, real estate, when we're talking about renting apartments and hotels, we have altogether the next big challenge is how digitalize the check-in online, on how you open the doors of your. I think that you are talking about this, how the process that when you arrive, the key, and you can open the room or the hotel room or the apartment, and also you have some connection with the user with a chat. I think that your question is related to this.
Yes, exactly. I think it's very important to have a close contact to our guests and don't lose this part. But I think on the same moment that it's possible also to do it through technology. So I'm really interested in discovering more, exactly this part, like still offering a very close to the guest experience, but in a technological way.
There are a lot of options. No, there are a lot of innovative options. Like the more basic, it could be a chat like WhatsApp. I know campings in Spain that you can have all the process of the relation with the camping via WhatsApp. Okay, all the chatbots that we mentioned before, all of the chats could be connected via via connection by WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the window to interact with the user, but behind you have a lot of technologies and different tools. But also there are a lot of tools now in the market that offer the guest experience, but it's more complex than this because you need to implement the different technologies, the conversion technologies. If the client wants to an upselling or needs to change something, it's not about only communication, it's also about transaction. And the challenge, and the transaction challenge, is more complex than this. When we are talking not only about communication, theoretically it's very easy. But when you are talking about transaction, it's more complex because you need to connect with the digital key. You need to connect with the PMS. You need to connect with the ERP. You need to connect with the booking engine. It's more complex than this, but I think in the next 5 years, we will see a global solution for this. But now, my point of view, like an expert, you need to connect different tools in a complex puzzle.
I have one question, Simone. Do you know exactly which is the length of stay of your client in your apartments? It's more than 2 or 3 days, or It's one.
Yeah, it's not always the same, but it's like an average of minimum 4 nights,
Okay.
and then often 7 nights. And yeah, there are often like questions coming up. So we really need a lot of personal contact and attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do it at the moment through WhatsApp, but yeah, I think also some visual contact is really important. So yeah, I was thinking like something like a little screen in the apartments to make a welcome tour or something, but not only through a message, but also like showing our faces or doing a video, or yeah, I don't know, something between a video which is already recorded and then also the possibility to interact in real time. I don't know, like some things of going in that direction is what I'm wishing to find in a moment.
This
I like
like
you are thinking I can give you a better answer than Toni, because we have the length of stay of 1 or 2 days, and we are working hard on the pre-stay just to try to inform and try to give all the options, and then in 1 or 2 days they have reception and they have people. But the WhatsApp at this moment it's working well in any hotels, and I hope someone develop this technology because it's really interesting for all of us.
Yeah.
Here you have an example of one of the most famous here for hoteliers mostly.
Stay-UB, yes.
For sure you can find there are a lot of like this, but
Yeah.
here, like you said before, Dictory, mobile ordering, CMS connection, guest app, booking engine, but you can find a lot of examples. But it's a trend you will see a lot in the next years. But it's the next challenge that we have. The guest experience challenge is incredible challenge for us, like integrators of technology, and also for the business to connect the transactional part with the visual and communication part of the client.
Yeah,
I can tell you that we are working in our resorts and other brands in Palladium Hotel Group with Stay-UB, and it's working well.
nice.
So it depends that you're looking for.
Okay.
We can give you the content, but I think Toni probably can give you a solution in the middle. I don't know.
Could
right.
Thank
just
you very
quickly.
much.
Thank you, Simone, also for this question. Just quickly before we run out of time, we have another question from Anna Jill, and I think it relates very well to what Simone just raised as a question. And the question is that Anna would like to know what you recommend, how to balance the mix in between the human touch and the digitalization. That's how she calls it, because she thinks that the companies are a lot focused on providing predetermined replies through tools, etc., to help or to automate the relation with their clients. But she also considers that it's very important to have the human relationship. So here's the question: is how to balance human relationship and digitalization? I think a very good question.
Alfonso, you can start. One. Yes.
Okay, I don't know if we will be agree, but the most important is the human relationship. Technology, as I told you, technology is important, but first of all, you need to draw your strategy. The technology are the tools that are going to help to transform your organization. Then this is the reason, because I'm telling you that the most important is the human touch. So it's important technology, but you can go step by step. The most important is to transform your purpose.
Totally agree with Alfonso, but our challenge like a digital company is to transform or to humanize technology and how we transfer the storytelling to the digital world. And it's a challenge, but we are not fighting to be digital. It's fighting to be humanized, the communication with the client and the human touch, the pictures, the storytelling, how you talk, how you we create projects with video, with audio, with contents, the storytelling, because this is the challenge. The challenge is to try that technology will be behind, not in front. And in one hand, technology is fighting to be more usable, have more usability. But secondly, is how we adapt the measures that Alfonso create, for example. And finally, is humanizing technology. For me, is my best sentence.
Okay. Leonie, do we have any more questions before close this webinar?
I cannot see any more questions, and I think it was a very, very good phrase to close this webinar even now.
Thank you again to Toni Mascaró, CEO and founder from eMascaró Consulting, and Alfonso Pérez, Corporate Director of Marketing and Sales from Only You Hotels, and Joan Ramon Blaya, Digitalization and Innovation Program Director of CETT-UB. We hope this webinar has been interesting for you. Thank you and see you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everybody.